Today you will be using the University of Arkansas's virtual museum to calculate the composite volume of ceramic vessels. I'm going to show you how to navigate the website and 3D object viewer, along with how to take the measurements you'll need to calculate the vessel's composite volumes. The hyperlink provided will direct you to the virtual museum's homepage. Once there, you will want to click on View the Gallery. The gallery consists of a variety of artifacts from the University of Arkansas and the Arkansas Archaeological Survey collections that have all been 3D scanned and modeled. Every artifact in the gallery has been assigned a unique number that differentiates it from other artifacts in the collection. This number is called an accession number and is located in the top right corner of every artifact thumbnail. For this assignment, you will be calculating the composite volume of 3 different ceramic vessels. The accession number for each vessel is provided on the associated worksheet, and you can search for each number in the search bar. For this example, we will be calculating the volume of vessel 2018-669-8. Once you search for the accession number, the artifact's thumbnail will appear, and you will click on it to open the 3D object viewer. The 3D object viewer provides several different functions located on the left side of the screen. To move the object, click on it and drag. To return to the object's original orientation, click on the Home button. To zoom in and out, you can either scroll using your mouse or mouse pad, or you can click on the magnify buttons to the left. Another useful feature is the ability to change the lighting perspective. Here, you can see that I'm moving the light source around the object, which can either reveal or obscure details. For this assignment, center the light on the object so that the outline of the vessel is easier to see. The function that you will be using the most during this lesson is the measuring tool. The measuring tool is only able to measure in a straight line and works by anchoring points onto the object's surface. For example, to measure the diameter of this ring here, I will anchor one point on this side and then a second directly across from it on the other side. The measuring tool provides measurements in millimeters, which is the unit you will be using for this assignment. The measuring tool will not work on anything that is considered empty space, like the outside or inside of the vessel. For example, I can attach an anchor to the bottom of the vessel, but if I try to anchor another point on the inside at the top of the vessel, it will just attach to the vessel's surface. For this assignment, you will be calculating the volume of cylinders, spheres, and truncated cones. This vessel is composed of a cylinder and a sphere. To calculate the volume of the cylinder, we need to measure its radius and height. Because of how the measuring tool works, we can only measure diameter, so you will need to calculate the radius from the diameter. So to measure the diameter, center the top of the vessel on the screen. You can also zoom in so that it's easier to see. Attach one anchor to the outside of the rim, and then attach a second anchor directly across from it. We want the measurement to be as centered as possible, and I find that moving the object around helps me to see if it's centered or not. Here we can see that the measurement is slightly off, so I will remeasure. Oops. And see, you can see there that I accidentally clicked a little too far out. Clicked on the rim, or on the base. So we want to try to keep those measurements on the rim. There we go. That looks a lot better. And so that is our diameter. To measure the height of the cylinder, adjust the vessel so that you can view it from the side. Attach one anchor to the base where the cylinder and sphere meet, and then another anchor to the top of the rim. Now that you have the diameter and height of the cylinder, you can calculate its volume using the provided formula. To calculate the volume of the sphere, we need to measure its diameter. Once again, center the top of the vessel on the screen. To measure the diameter, anchor one point to the widest point on one side of the vessel, and then attach a second anchor directly across from it on the other widest portion of the vessel. Now you have the diameter of the sphere. So now you can calculate the volume using the provided formula for the sphere. Reminder that you will need to calculate the radius from the diameter. To get the composite volume of the ceramic vessel, you will add the volume of the cylinder and the volume of the sphere together. This vessel does not have a truncated cone. However, let's say that it does. So that would look like would be one truncated cone here, and then one truncated cone here. Instead of measuring the height of the truncated cone, we would want to measure the side length. To measure the side length, adjust the vessel so that you're viewing it from the side. And then you would anchor one point to the top where the cylinder and the top of the cone meet. And then you would anchor a second point to the widest point where the base of the cone meets with another cone. And that would be your side length. And that's it. The worksheet has this example on it if you need any help. You will be calculating the composite volume of 3 ceramic vessels, and there's also a bonus question with a 4th ceramic vessel. Have fun!